Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter-Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
We're going back 83 years to May 20th, 1939 for an episode of Arch-obolers-plays and Crazy Town. And it truly is a crazy town. We thank you for tuning in on this Friday, 20th day of May, 140th day of the year. We have 225 days left until we get to the end of the year. Shakespeare's sonnets were first published in London on this date in 1609 by publisher Thomas Thorpe. They might not have been legally published. There's a question, but we know that they go back to 1609. President Lincoln signed the Homestead Act into law in 1862, and in 1873, Levi Strauss Jacob Davis received a patent for blue jeans with copper rivets, something that exists to this day. The first public display of Edison's prototype kinetoscope in 1891, the first display of something that would eventually become motion pictures. Cuba gained independence from the U.S. on this date in 1902, and in 1916, the Saturday Evening Post published its first Norman Rockwell painting cover, Boy with Baby Carriage. The small town of Codell, Kansas, struck by a tornado on this date in 1916. Incredibly, the same town was hit for the next 2 years on the same date by a tornado. At 7:52 on this date in 1927, Charles Lindbergh took off from Roosevelt Field in Long Island, New York, on the world's first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean, touching down at Le Bourg Field in Paris at 11:22 the next day.
Aviation has not gripped the imagination of the world solely because man at last found a way of flying. Its fascination lies far more in the changes it is bringing about in existing methods and policies. Possibly the most important effect will be on international relations. When measured in hours of flying time, the great distances of the old world no longer exist.
A radio address from Lindbergh from August of 1930 in which he called for global uniform air regulations. In 1932, Amelia Earhart took off from Newfoundland to begin the world's first non-stop solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean by a female pilot, landing in Ireland the next day.
Flying is perhaps the most dramatic of recent scientific attainments. In the brief span of 30-odd years, the world has seen an inventor's dream, first materialized by the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk, become an everyday actuality. Perhaps I'm prejudiced, but to me it seems that no other phase of modern progress contrives to maintain such a brimming measure of romance and beauty coupled with utility as does aviation.
Earhart was lost in 1937 during an attempt to circle the globe, last seen over Howland Island in the Pacific. She is presumed dead, although there are still theories out there that say she did live on for several years. The first prisoners arrived at a new concentration camp at Auschwitz on this date in 1940. In the U.S. in 1949, the Armed Forces Security Agency established. It would become the National Security Agency, the NSA. President Nixon and Henry Kissinger departed Washington to meet with Soviet officials on this date in 1972.
We do expect to make some progress. And the progress that we make, we trust, will lay the foundation for more progress in the future, in which two great peoples, the Russian people and the American people, can find a way, despite philosophical differences that are very deep, despite competitive positions in the world that are quite different, can find ways to live in peace in the world.
Nixon would become the first president to visit Moscow, only the second to ever visit the Soviet Union. First publications of the discovery of the virus that caused AIDS in the journal Science on this date in 1983. In 1989, the Chinese authorities declared martial law in the face of pro-democracy demonstrations in 1989, setting the scene for the Tiananmen Square massacre. The Supreme Court ruled in Romer versus Evans against the law that would have prevented any city, town, or county in the state of Colorado from taking any legislative, executive, or judicial actions to protect the rights of gays and lesbians. And an EF5 tornado struck the Oklahoma City suburb of Moore, killing 24 people and injuring 377 others. Passing away on this date in history, Pope John the 22nd, also Christopher Columbus, the very, very funny Gilda Radner. You remember her, Emily Latella. Such a delight. Also Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. And Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees. This is the birth date of Dolly Madison, the First Lady of the United States. Also, William Fargo, co-founder of the much-hated Wells Fargo banking chain and Wells Fargo and Company. Actor Jimmy Stewart, oh, such a delightful man. Israeli General Moshe Dayan. Comedian George Gobel, quite the hit in the 1950s. Voyage to the Bottom of the Seas star David Hedison. Controversial medical doctor Jack Kevorkian. Dr. Death, as he was referred to, and British singer Joe Cocker. Birth date number 86 from Omega Man and License to Kill, Anthony Zerbe. Cher turned 76 today. Doug McKenzie from SCTV, Dave Thomas is 73. Talk show host Ron Reagan is 64, yes, the son of the former president. The Go-Go's, Jane Whelan. Did you know that she had a role in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, in 1986? She did. She's 64 today, is Jane Whelan. Balky and Perfect Strangers, Bronson Pinchot is 63. From Star Trek Enterprise, John Billingsley is 62. From Scandal, the grandson of Samuel Goldwyn, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, Tony Goldwyn, 62. Natalie from The Facts of Life, Mindy Cohen is 56. From Deadwood and Justified, Timothy Oliphant, 54. Oh, you didn't know? The Road Dogg, B.G. James, Brian Gerald James. His father, the legendary Bob Armstrong, pro wrestler. B.G. James, 53 today. Also, Tony Stewart, the retired race car driver, 51. Singer-rapper Busta Rhymes is 50. From Gilmore Girls and The Good Wife, Matt Shizurki is 45. This Is My Fight Song, Rachel Platten, 41. Country singer John Pardee is 37. And Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones, actor who's kind of stepped away from acting, Jack Gleason, is 30. Those just a few of the people who celebrate the 20th day of May as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say... Happy birthday to you!
And from 83 years ago, May 20th, 1939... Arch-Obolers-Plays, Crazy Town. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for tuning in to this Friday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
The MyPillow.com clearance continues. Roll and go anywhere at MyPillow's $9.99. The Body Pillow $39.99. And MyPillow bath sheets on sale 50% off. Use my promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. You'll also get a free copy of Mike Lindell's book. MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code USA or 1-800-951-8175. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we go back 83 years to May 20th, 1939, Arch-Obolers-Plays and the Crazy Town.
Arch-Obolers-Plays. On the winds of the night, we bring you a story whispered in the night.
Let the democratic powers have no illusions. We cannot be intimidated. We are ready. Our manpower is ready. Our youth stands ready. A vital youth that has been tried and tested in the proving grounds, even as our armaments have been tested. A youth that understands the meaning of discipline, order, dynamic obedience to the leader and to the state. A youth that laughs with all of us at the weak decadence of democratic liberalism. A youth that lives, dares, does, the skies sing with their wings, the wings of courage and daring, bringing the truer civilization and liberty to people who wait for it eagerly and with hope. Yes, I repeat, even now, the skies sing with their wings, the wings of daring and ambition and glory.
Hello.
Yes, Captain?
Isn't that the village?
No, I don't think so.
It is, I tell you.
But, Captain, the order says the village was won by a water hole. I see no water down there.
What is the difference?
For the orders.
I'm giving your orders. Drop down 500 feet. I don't want to miss the beggars.
As you say, Captain.
They're all the same anyway. What's the difference if it is another village? We need all our petrol to get back. All right. Level off. Hold it. 2 little presents and home we go non-stop. I never disappoint a lady.
Should I keep circling?
Of course. Of course. This is the moment I like, Marlowe. My hand on the release lever. The leader is right. Power is the greatest thing in the world.
I know it is another village.
Marlowe, you're a fool. What difference does it make? The orders were to teach them a lesson. Well, one village is like another. Those beggars down there are of the same breed. Hold it steady. The lesson begins. There. And again. Climb!
The order said we were to machine gun them.
Machine gun what? 2 holes in the ground. Home, you old woman. And fast. She is very pretty. And not quite.
And let all the world hear the contribution of our youth to the civilizing forces is one which all history will remember. It is an evidence of the revitalization of great ideals, the true ideals of power and force and the everlasting glory of righteous might. Youth are glorious youth, flying free in its newfound purpose and nobility. We salute you! We salute you!
Captain. Captain, wake up.
What do you want?
The wireless is not working again. If you were to take over, I will fix it.
All right. Fog, huh? Marlowe.
Yes, Captain.
When did the fog come up?
While you were asleep.
I do not like fog. Well, haven't you got that wireless going yet?
It is no use. Huh? Resistance burned out. There is nothing I can do. The fog grows thicker.
I have eyes, haven't I? Here. You take over.
I was expecting
Shut
that.
your mouth. Here. Take over.
All right. Captain, do you remember the time in the Plaza of Heroes they gave you a medal because...
Stop talking. Put her up high.
Might as well. No clear sky down here. Is this high enough for you, Captain? Or does it make you dizzy?
Are you out of your head?
When the fog grows very thick, you lose your head, eh, Captain?
Shut your mouth. I order it.
I was remembering something else. 6 months ago, when the Minister of War made you the captain, remember in his speech he said for courageous, skillful flying.
I warn you to stop talking.
For all these months, I wanted to ask you one question, Vittoria. Whose was the skill and whose was the courage? Yours? Mine.
When we are on the ground...
If we are on the ground, it will be with my skill. Mine. Look. The fog grows thicker and thicker.
saying that.
You can see with your own eyes. Thick fog. Our wireless dead. If I turn the plane over to you now, would you be as brave as the medal says you are?
Close your mouth. For the last time, I tell you.
The brave Captain Victoria, who never flies alone.
Shut your mouth.
In the sun, it is your mouth that dares. In the fog, it is mine. A frightening thing, the fog, eh, Captain? Like something alive that comes out of the ground and tries to pull flyers down to the hole in hell where they come from.
Is there no way to close your mouth?
Why don't you blast a few holes now through the fog so we can see where we're going?
It is the last time you fly with me, Big Mouth. The last... Malo. What? Huh? Malo, the port engine.
Got the petrol.
What?
Petrol line broken. Close the valve.
Malo. Malo, falling.
Get away from me.
Can't see anything. The fog.
Stop pulling at me, you fool.
Malo, get me down. I don't want to die. I can't...
No, it's not a mark. Leave me alone. The fog.
See, Yosto. We're crashing it. I won't die. I can't.
Quick. Look. What I saw. Yes. They're over land.
No, there is nothing.
There is land, I tell you. I saw it.
Yes. I see it. I am safe. I won't die. I will get down. I will. Down. We're down.
Yes.
I told you I would get you out of this. I told you. Malo! Ahead! The wall! Stop! The wall! Stop! Head. Victor. 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 What? It's Malo. Where are you? So dark. Oh. I see you. Bed next to me. Malo. Victor. You all right? My legs. Broke.
So, my own pain is less now.
Don't talk. Help.
No, Victoria. This honor is mine as well as yours.
Huh?
My legs, too.
You lie. You're all right. You want me to be in pain.
Stop it.
Jealous of my honors. You
Stop
always
it.
were. You...
Stop it. Who wants to listen to you? I want to know where I am. I want to know how badly our ship was hurt when we got here. How long I was unconscious.
I have the pleasure of answering your questions, good gentlemen.
Who in Mala? Who's there?
I don't know. So dark. My name, gentlemen, is Frederick Gibbon, doctor of medicine.
Doctor? Doctor. My legs, the pain.
Pain is quite secondary, believe me. But you must stop it.
At once. I order it.
Order?
Yes, order. You don't know who I am. I'm Captain Victor.
Wait. I assure you I know your identities quite well, good gentleman.
What do you mean?
Your identification papers are quite in order. And now a little more light, perhaps?
Yes.
Let us see you, if you will pardon me.
No, stay. The pain.
Shut your mouth, will you? How can he help us until he brings light?
But the pain...
Pain. Did you expect to fall out of the clouds and wake up with the bands playing and a couple of women at your side?
How dare you?
You're a fool, Victor. A miracle happens to us. Smashing head on and then coming out of it with no more than broken bones. I tell you, it is a miracle.
The light. Ah, that is good. Only simple lanterns, but quite adequate, you'll agree.
Doctor, whatever your name is, I am Captain of Aviation. An active duty for the commander.
I told you, I know.
Then you know your duty. Set my legs. Do you hear me?
What is your business, gentlemen?
But you said you knew who I was. My identification papers. You said
yes,
it.
I said I knew who you were. But what is your business, gentlemen?
Aviators. I'm captain.
Yes, a captain. But what is your business, captain?
He wants to know what we do, Victor.
What is your business, gentlemen?
What is any aviator's business? To fly. But why do you stand there talking? My legs broken. Fix them.
Did you stop to fix the bones, Captain? After you dropped the bombs on them? What do you know of that? Your plane was smashed quite badly, gentlemen, but not completely. Yes, there were two miracles.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
That the crash did not kill either of you, and that one small messenger of your civilization that was strung to the belly of your plane did not blast you to death. It fell to the ground undamaged, unbroken, all of its explosive virility quite intact inside of its metallic loins. Poetic that, eh?
One of my bombs.
Yes, one of your bombs. Quite unhurt.
From May 20th, 1939, Arch-Obolers-Plays Crazy Town on this Friday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
And you're listening to Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station, an episode of Arch-Obolers-Plays Crazy Town, as it was originally broadcast Saturday, May 20th, 1939, in the newspapers of that Saturday, and that was some 83 years ago. These were some of the headlines. From Berlin, Propaganda Minister Paul Joseph Goebbels said advised the world today there is no better argument than weapons in the face of Prime Minister Chamberlain's proposal of a long-range peace policy, crowning a week in which the impregnability of Germany's western fortifications and the might of our armed forces have been dinned into Germany's ears. Daily, the sharp-tongued propaganda minister spoke last night to a Nazi gathering in Cologne. Chancellor Hitler, meanwhile, moved northward from a demonstrative 6-day tour of the Western Line. Goebbels saying, "We do not believe that in the long, decisive hour, democracy is longer winded than we are. It is weak in the chest." Meanwhile, in Italy, Premier Mussolini, addressing a cheering mass meeting close to the French frontier, declared the Italian-German military alliance would give Europe a bloc of 150 million men, against which it will be impossible to do anything. Military permission granted to United Mine Workers to hold a Sunday mass meeting, but under restrictions. Brigadier General Ellerby Carter, commanding the state troops in the strife-ridden South coalfields, where 46 men were arrested last night after an exchange of gunfire between troops and a mountainous ambuscade, laid down the following conditions for the meeting. 1. Time and place to be approved by the military commander. 2. Union leaders must pledge themselves and their members to refrain from speech and action calculated or tending to create disorder, or which tend to provoke violent passion or action against those desiring to return to work or against the military. Diplomatic sources in Paris said Stefan Olski, former Czechoslovak minister to France, had forwarded to ex-President Edward Beneš information of a Nazi-fomented plot to assassinate Beneš during his current residence in the U.S. Beneš, who resigned as Czechoslovakian president after the September partitioning of that now-vanished republic, is lecturing in the United States. House investigators delving into a bizarre story of an anti-Semitic counter-revolutionary campaign in the United States said today word was circulated in the campaign that a Red Army, their words, of 150,000 trained mercenaries was to be used in a modern-day American revolution. Most of the mercenaries were said in reports to the investigators to be Spanish Civil War veterans now residing in Florida. Those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Saturday, May 20th, 1939. On your radio, Arch-Obolers-Plays, Crazy Town, which continues now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
But I'm hurt. Do you hear me? Fix my leg. Stop the pain.
But why? We here are like you, gentlemen. If bodies are broken, if pain is given, we go our calm way. We do not stop. Good day, gentlemen.
Wait. Marlowe, make him wait. Wait, Doctor. Doctor, come back. You can't leave me. Come back. I'm hurt. In pain. Help me. Are you crazy?
Yes, Captain. Yes, indeed. I am.
All right, Victor. All right.
The pain.
It grows less and less. Pain cannot go on forever. My legs are quite numb now. Yours will become that way, too.
That devil.
Strange day, this, huh? You and I were born of the devil to smash up and have a crazy man come to our rescue.
What time is it?
Time? Who knows?
That crazy old fool. Why does he want to
Do not stop asking me why again, Victor. All night I have been thinking those whys, and I know less than when I started. The man is crazy, that's all. When one is crazy, there are no whys.
You can't keep me here. Not me. I'll kill him.
Wait. Listen.
People.
Yes. Must be a street right below the window.
Get to the window, Marlowe. Get help.
I throw something through the glass. Yes, the lamp.
No, stop.
Huh?
You'll bring that crazy devil up here.
It's our only chance.
No, he'll kill us. Do not throw it. I will. Hit it. Yes, you did.
Good, Mano, good. Now, someone will come up here to help us. And that old devil, I will have him put away where he was. Huh?
Listen.
Hmm?
I threw something through the glass, and everything below becomes quiet.
Why should that be?
Wait. Listen.
Like someone raising a ladder against the wall.
Yes.
Someone is coming. They'll help me.
Why a ladder?
You think it's the crazy?
You must have heard the glass breaking. Climbing up here to laugh at us.
No, it can't be him. My legs. I've got to have help. Daniel, I'll scream.
Stop that! Look. Head coming up. Who?
No, it's not the crazy one. A girl.
Yes.
Come in, girl. Come in.
We need your help.
Yes, help. Call the police. Aviators. I am the aviator.
Come in, girl. We will not hurt you.
Don't sit there on the windowsill and stare at us, you fool. Don't you understand? I'm Captain Victoria.
Wait, Victoria. Wait. You frighten her. Come closer, girl. Closer. Look, my watch. I will give you this watch.
Pretty. You will give it to me?
Yes, of course he will. Give it to her, Marlowe.
Here, girl.
Pretty. You have other pretty things for me?
Yes. Here. Rings. My rings. There. Take them. Get help. Get me out of here.
Pretty. Oh, pretty.
You simple little fool. Try to understand. Get me help. Get me out of here.
Pretty things. I like pretty things.
We'll get you plenty of pretty things. Cover you with them. Just go back the way you came and get help for me. Quickly.
I had so many pretty things.
Yes, but hurry, girl. Go quickly. Get me help.
I want more pretty things.
In my pocket, huh? I'll see. It hurts so to move. I have nothing. Marlowe, you give her...
Oh, you know I cannot move.
Pretty wings.
Yes, the wings on my tunic. You can have them. Here.
Pretty.
Now go. Do you hear? Go get help.
Will they take these away from me, too?
What is she talking about? I don't know.
I had so many pretty things. They took everything away. All my pretty things. It dropped from the sky. And when it was gone, everything was gone. Everything was gone.
Stop crying. Who took what away from you?
From the sky. From the sky.
Marlowe. This one's crazy too.
The conclusion of Crazy Town, an episode of Arch-Obolers-Plays from 83 years ago, May 20th, 1939, comes up next. You're listening to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on a Friday on your favorite radio station.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
We'll start off the weekend of classic radio theater tomorrow with I Was a Communist for the FBI, starring Dana Andrews from 70 years ago, May 21st, 1952, Pit Viper. Matthew Savetic tries to prevent the party from creating unrest among American miners. I Was a Communist for the FBI on Saturday's Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. But right now, and a reminder, anytime you can hear the shows on my webpage, classicradio.stream. Now the conclusion of Arch-Obolers-Plays from 83 years ago, May 20th, 1939, Crazy Town.
Now, good gentlemen, it is time again to talk.
I'll kill you, I'll kill you.
You know, that's why I like you, Mallow.
Well?
Your captain is so overly dramatic. Kill you, he says to me. It is quite foolish and unnecessary, don't you think so?
You devil, you're keeping me here, not getting help. What are you trying to do? Cripple me for life?
I am doing nothing.
What are you going to do with us?
Money. I'll get you money. Just get me out of here. Money. In this community, those silly little pieces of paper and metal are quite useless.
Ah, you're crazy.
True enough. But haven't either of you discovered the greater truth?
Truth? What truth?
That everyone in this community is crazy. Everyone.
Crazy?
Oh, yes, indeed.
It cannot be.
But it is.
No, you're the only one.
How many times must I say it? This is my community, and we are all quite mad.
Where are we?
Or normal, all depending on the viewpoint.
Where is this place?
That's my little secret.
Secret? What do you mean?
Quite a long way from your civilization, and a high wall circles us. Remember, your airplane crashed into it?
Oh.
You see, my dear gentlemen, a long time ago, the people of what was once known as the normal world decided that I wasn't quite normal, so they were going to put me away. But I escaped them. Oh, quite cleverly. And I decided to make a world of my own. That is, a world normal to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's simple. In a community where all men are mad, none are mad. Understand?
Get us out of here.
Quiet, Victoria. Listen to him.
Yes, listen to me. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So I discovered this place, and I settled here. But after a while, I grew quite lonely. And I thought to myself, why shouldn't I find others like myself? People again I use the phrase, people the so-called normal world called abnormal. But it was quite difficult to find enough of them and to get them to come to my little utopia. Until you fixed it.
We? Madman, what have we to do with you?
I mean you and your kind. Remarkable how many people in this world became abnormal as soon as your sort began to, what is the word you use? Began to enlighten the world.
Marlowe, make him stop talking.
No, I want to hear him.
Yes, hear me out. Remarkable how many people became like I am as soon as the enlightenment of brutality and conquest and domination, and above all, the enlightenment of flying bombs came upon them. Oh, I soon had more than enough candidates for my little community. Yes, indeed.
You can't keep us here.
No, not me, you can't.
But you surprise me, good gentleman. This is the ideal place for you.
What does he mean?
I mean that here in my little crazy town, we live and love and kill as our fancy strikes, without even the necessity of slogans and catchphrases with which to quiet the conscience. Oh, you'll want to stay with us, gentlemen.
Not me.
No, I won't stay here, you crazy old devil, you.
But are you so different, gentlemen?
I'm sane.
And so am I.
But your business, Captain. Is it sane to fly the skies, to bring death to creatures made in your own image? To kill women and children?
We do our duty.
No man has a duty beyond what he knows is right. And since you do what you do, it must be because you believe it is right to kill and destroy, with no more reason than the dictum of ambitious, power-mad men. So I assure you, gentlemen, you are one of us. And so you will stay.
No, you can't keep me here.
Against our will.
Yes, your legs will mend, so you must want to stay. For if you go and give away our little secret, that would be most unfortunate for the rest of us. Oh, it's very definite, good gentlemen. You must want to stay.
Not in a madhouse.
Not me.
Gentlemen, good gentlemen, you make me weary and angry. Explain. I tell you, you and yours are like us. The Prince of Normal Men said, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And you say, blessed are they that take with force. So how can you be normal?
If I had a gun...
You had a gun. Now, that's another thing. The prince of the normal said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And you say, blessed are the war makers. Now, that proves that you're like us.
Stop it! It's out of
He
here!
said, blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, and blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and say all manner of evil against you. But you are the persecutors, good gentlemen, so you are one of us. I welcome you. We all welcome you. Come in, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh? Who are they?
Tell us, who are they?
They are like you, the nobility of unreason. They have come to welcome you, gentlemen.
Hello. What? So dark. Leaving it for hours. The devil in hell, what is he up to?
Shut your mouth. If I go crazy, it will be you driving me to it.
You're another crazy one. Bringing us here and leaving us. Planning our death. I know it. Marla, tell me. What are they up to?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know!
What's that?
What?
Someone came into the room.
No. No one.
Listen.
I hear. Who's there? Who's there? Woman. Yes. Who are you? What do you want? Victor.
What is she saying?
I don't know. She... What is it? What? Something in her arms. I can't see anything so dark. Oh, no. I'm not afraid of her. The child. The child in her arms. Oh. Come closer, woman.
What do you want her for?
She can help us. Closer. Woman, closer. Woman, stop moaning to that child and listen. Listen. Help us get out of here, and we'll give you money. We'll give... Victoria, what? In her arms. Look, I can't twist around my leg. Woman, get away. Get away.
Victoria, what is it?
What? Arms.
You said the child.
No. Woman, get away.
Tell me what?
Bomb.
Here, Bomb.
Bomb. You have gone mad.
No. Now see for yourself, see.
Oh!
The bomb he told us sent from our plane without exploding.
Woman, get out of here with that thing. Get out.
Get out with that woman, get out. You set it off. You get off.
No, wait, reason with her. Woman, what are you saying? Why do you carry that bomb?
Baby. My baby.
Baby. No, it's a bomb. Do you hear me? A bomb.
Baby.
Put it down. If it goes off, it will kill you.
My baby. My baby. Something fell from the sky that day.
Victoria, she's crazy too.
Oh, this is my baby now.
No.
My little baby.
No.
Baby.
Don't touch the percussion head. It will go off. Marla, get up. Hey, take it away from her. My legs, I can't move. No, don't touch it, woman. Don't.
Tonight's play, Crazy Town, was especially written for radio by Arch-Oboler and featured Edmond O'Brien, Charlotte Manson, Paul Stewart, John Brown, and Betty Kane.
Here's how you know Arch-Oboler as a writer was successful. Radio historian John Dunning writing, "Few people were ambivalent when it came to Arch-Oboler. He was one of those intense personalities who are liked and disliked with equal fire." He wrote so many amazing things that I really can't praise him enough. because there were so many great radio writers like Oboler who are forgotten today. One of them is Norman Corwin, and you hear me sing his praises often, but Oboler cannot be omitted from the discussion. May 20th, 1939, Arch-Oboler, Lights Out Crazy Town, a very anti-war tome, if you will. Thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Please thank this radio station and support their advertisers. It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time we roll around on your favorite station. Now, if you miss a day, you don't have to miss a show. Our shows are available not only through my webpage, but also through Spotify. You can find them on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon. Search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Or at my webpage, where you can also contact me. That is classicradio.stream. Classicradio.stream. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. Have a great weekend. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.